That's running. They hold everything.
Whitney Way Thor will have to say a difficult goodbye when My Big Fat Fabulous Life returns to TLC. MBFL will be back in September with brand new episodes. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. However, this season is going to be difficult for the cast and viewers alike. This will be the first season to air since Babs Thor's death in late 2022. TLC has started releasing teasers for the new season, and it's immediately clear that this one will be heartbreaking. Whitney and her family aren't ready to say goodbye to Babs, and neither are fans. Whitney Way Thor and her family adjust to life without Babs. People gained exclusive access to the newest MBFL trailer, and right away, it seems like there will be plenty of tears this season. Babs passed away on December 7, 2022, surrounded by her family members, according to Whitney's Instagram. The new season will cover Babs' passing, subsequent funeral, and how the surviving family members adjust to her absence. And it seems like Whitney's father Glenn is having an incredibly difficult time adjusting to life without Babs. One heartbreaking moment in the trailer features Whitney tearfully saying goodbye to her mommy as the hearse door closes. Of course, the rest of the family has a difficult time with Babs' death as well. When I stand around this kitchen table, it just brings back all these memories with your mom, Glenn says in the trailer. He's just lost, Whitney confides to her brother. He said, "I don't want to do anything without your mother. We just have to change that attitude," Hunter replies. Losing a spouse is never easy, but Whitney and Hunter do everything in their power to keep their father motivated and happy. The family creates a bucket list of fun adventures, including skydiving and a trip to Switzerland. The family soldiers on despite their grief. Babs passed away 8 months ago, and the family continues to feel her absence each and every day. However, grief gets easier to manage with time. This week, Whitney even fondly shared memories of her mother on her parents' anniversary. "Today would have been my parents' 46th wedding anniversary. I am so lucky to have been raised by two people who not only loved me so well, but also loved each other so well. It was such a gift to watch my dad care for my mom during the last year of her life," the TLC star shared on Instagram. "My dad always says that any sacrifices he made, or that we as a family made, to care for my mom were no big deal because loving her and being loved by her was the reward in itself. And he's right. We would have gone to the ends of the earth for my mother, but she made everything so easy just by being her. Happy anniversary to my dad and my sweet mommy girl. Will you tune into the season premiere of My Big Fat Fabulous Life? It all kicks off on Tuesday, September 5 on TLC. Follow TV shows Ace Online to keep up with Whitney Way Thor and the rest of the cast. Whitney Way Thor, the charismatic star of My Big Fat Fabulous Life, MBFFL, has always been a beacon of strength and resilience. Her journey has been one of triumph over adversity, marked by her candid portrayal of life's highs and lows. Yet nothing could have prepared Whitney or her fans for the heartbreaking goodbye that would soon unfold. The year had started on a hopeful note for Whitney. She had been working on her fitness goals, expanding her business ventures, and deepening her connections with friends and family. The news of her father's declining health, however, cast a shadow over these accomplishments. Glenn Thor, the rock of the Thor family, had been diagnosed with a serious illness, and his condition was worsening. Whitney, her mother Barbara Babs Thor, and her brother Hunter rallied around Glenn, providing support and care. The family dynamic, always tight-knit, became even more intimate as they navigated this difficult period together. Whitney's world, which had always been so public, suddenly felt very private as she grappled with the impending loss of her beloved father. Glenn Thor had always been a pillar of strength for Whitney. His wisdom and gentle guidance had shaped her into the woman she was. As his health declined, Glenn made a conscious effort to share as much of his life and wisdom with his family as possible. He spent countless hours talking with Whitney, reminiscing about the past, and imparting lessons he hoped she would carry forward. These conversations were bittersweet. Whitney cherished every moment, knowing they were limited. Glenn spoke of his pride in her achievements, his joy in seeing her overcome challenges, and his unwavering belief in her potential. He encouraged her to continue living her life boldly and authentically, even in the face of heartache. One evening, as they sat together on the porch, Glenn took Whitney's hand and said, "Whitney, you've always been my shining star. Your strength, your spirit, it's something remarkable. Promise me you'll keep shining, no matter what happens." With tears in her eyes, Whitney promised. She vowed to honor her father's legacy by living her life with the same courage and integrity he had always shown. The news of Glenn's illness spread quickly among the tight-knit community of Greensboro, North Carolina, where the Thor family lived. Friends, neighbors, and fans reached out, offering support and condolences. The outpouring of love was overwhelming and a testament to the impact Glenn had on everyone who knew him. Whitney's friends, including her close circle from MBFL, were particularly supportive. Buddy Bell, Ashley Baines, and Heather Sykes made frequent visits, bringing meals, helping with household chores, and providing emotional support. The solidarity of her friends helped Whitney navigate the emotional turmoil she was experiencing. The community's support extended beyond personal visits. Fans from around the world sent messages of encouragement and shared their own stories of loss and resilience. These messages provided Whitney with a sense of comfort and connection, reminding her that she was not alone in her grief. As Glenn's condition worsened, the Thor family made the difficult decision to bring him home for hospice care. They wanted him to spend his final days in the comfort of his own home, surrounded by the people he loved. The family created a serene environment, filled with Glenn's favorite music, photos, and mementos from his life. Whitney took a leave of absence from her professional commitments to be by her father's side. She spent her days caring for him, talking to him, and simply being present. These moments were precious, a final opportunity to express love and gratitude for the man who had been her anchor. Despite the sadness, there were moments of joy and laughter. Glenn's humor and positive spirit shone through, even in his final days. He shared stories from his youth, made jokes, and reminded his family of the importance of cherishing every moment. His strength and grace in the face of his illness were inspiring. The day Glenn passed away was one of profound sorrow for the Thor family. Whitney, Babs, and Hunter were by his side, holding his hands and whispering words of love and comfort. Glenn slipped away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of love, wisdom, and strength. Whitney felt an overwhelming sense of loss. Her father had been her hero, her guide, and her confidant. The reality of his absence was almost too much to bear. In the days following his passing, Whitney struggled with the enormity of her grief. She found solace in her family's embrace and the memories they shared. The funeral was a poignant and emotional event. Friends, family, and community members gathered to celebrate Glenn's life. Whitney delivered a heartfelt eulogy, recounting the many ways her father had influenced her and expressing her deep love and gratitude. Her words were a tribute to a man who had touched so many lives. In the weeks and months that followed, Whitney grappled with her grief. She returned to her daily routines, but everything felt different. The world had lost some of its brightness without her father in it. Yet she found strength in the lessons Glenn had imparted and in the love of those around her. Whitney leaned heavily on her support system. Her friends and family provided a constant source of comfort and encouragement. She also sought solace in creative outlets, channeling her emotions into her dance and fitness projects. These activities allowed her to express her grief and begin the healing process. The experience of losing her father also deepened Whitney's empathy and compassion. She became more attuned to the struggles of others, offering support and understanding to those dealing with their own losses. This newfound perspective enriched her relationships and strengthened her connection to her community. Whitney was determined to honor her father's legacy in meaningful ways. She established a scholarship fund in Glenn's name, aimed at supporting students pursuing careers in education and community service. This initiative reflected Glenn's lifelong commitment to helping others and his belief in the power of education. Additionally, Whitney organized community events and fundraisers to support causes that had been important to her father. These efforts not only honored Glenn's memory, but also brought the community together, fostering a spirit of unity and compassion. Whitney also made a personal commitment to live her life in a way that reflected her father's values. She embraced opportunities for growth, pursued her passions with vigor, and remained steadfast in her commitment to authenticity and integrity. In doing so,